What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the relaxing, and I mean relaxing, especially today. Um, but I hope you guys are having a fantastic Saturday morning, a nice relaxing stream today as we wait to see what Bitcoin does. Okay, so we have a couple things to go over on the short-term time frames before we kind of just kick back and relax a little bit. But on the hourly time frame, not much really different from yesterday. Yet, besides breaking down from this little symmetrical triangle here, right, on the hourly, you can see we had pretty good support there, resistance. We broke through that, and now we have came back down here. Now, what's interesting is here, right, if we actually take this trend line coming down, we might actually be forming a bull flag, right? So it's both on the hourly and on the 4-hour time frame. So this could eventually push us up a little bit higher, though this is pretty bearish to me that we did break down from this symmetrical triangle. Now, is it the end of the world? No, it's not the end of the world. If we actually take a trend line coming across here, we actually look at where we got to bounce from, right? We actually got to bounce generally where we actually consolidated the last time. So we could still, I know a lot of people were talking about this possible inverse head and shoulders possibility here. That's still in the cards here, as long as we hold this level at about 35, around 34,800, we'll call it. As long as we hold that level, we should be pretty good here in the hourly. But if we do break that level, we could be testing some of these lower levels here in the 30K, lower 30K range. But we'll go over that if the time comes. Right now, we are getting a little bit of a buyback from that dump that we just had the last hour or so. So that is good. The other thing that is supporting this possibility of this bull flag here, I'll give you guys the target on it in a second if it does play out. I'm not 100% sure this is going to end up playing out, but it's still on the chart, so we'll take a look at it anyway. We do have falling volume still, right? The volume is still continuing to fall here as we continue on in this pattern. So is this something that's going to end up playing out? Well, we'll wait and see, right? We'll wait and see. All it takes is some FUD. We know we have this conference going on this weekend with this whole this G7 thing. Who knows if this is going to have any effect on the markets? There's a lot of talks about them talking about cryptocurrency and things of this nature. We'll see. All we know is it takes one FUD event to move down the market. So the charts can only tell us so much when there's bigger fundamentals at play here. But if we look at what our target could be, if this does come up here and break the upside, this would put us somewhere, like depending on where we broke out, say we broke out somewhere in this range, could put us somewhere upwards of about 43,000 or so if that does break to the upside. Obviously, we'll continue to watch it, but that's really the hourly and what I'm looking at here. We once again got pretty oversold on the hourly. Now we have a little bit more room to run down though, so not much to tell the RSI is telling us there. The 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame. B Youngshin. Is it going to be a bloody weekend? Yeah, it could be. It could be. I mean, who knows? Who knows? I mean, like I said, we'll have to wait and see. Like a lot of times when people think it's going to be a bloody weekend, it ends up being a bullish weekend, and vice versa. When people think it's going to be bullish, it ends up being bearish. That's what we've seen kind of lately. Everyone right here was calling for a bearish week, right? And then we ended up actually having a pretty bullish week here. So we'll wait to see what happens, obviously. The 4-hour time frame, we have now once again broken down from this symmetrical triangle. Now, were we actually in that symmetrical triangle in the first place? It looks like we were. We were supporting those trend lines pretty damn perfectly, but we're now back down below it. So does this have any significance for us? Maybe, maybe not. We'll look at the daily to think what I actually think is actually going on here. It would support my theory of one more retest of 28,000. I'm looking for that retest of 28,000. I know it's not what you guys want to hear, but I'm long-term bullish, so that shouldn't really matter in the whole time frame here. But yeah, we came back down. Same thing. Could have the inverse head and shoulders going on at some point. So on the hourly, we talked about the inverse head and shoulders being a little bit closer together, right? So this inverse head and shoulders possibility. On the 4-hour, we zoom out a little bit here. We could have one that's this is the left shoulder, this is the right shoulder. And if we actually come back down, even if we come back down to a little bit lower, maybe about 33,500 or so, and we round out here, we could have a bigger inverse head and shoulders at play here that could push us up to the upside. Obviously, that's speculation at this point, though we'll continue to look at the charts as they kind of move on here. 4 hour, we're sitting right in the middle. We have room to run to the upside or downside, so that's not really telling us much. We have no bullish divergence, no bearish divergence at the moment, so that is kind of a question mark on the 4 hour. Now, the daily... Actually, let's check out the accumulation schematic real quick. I like to touch on this in the mornings. If this was to play out, the more I look at this, the more it's kind of looking like this could be, we could need one more low here, right? Because you look at this, you had one low, a lower low, and then a third lower low, based off this, right? It doesn't have to be absolutely perfectly, but if we look at this, right, I think what you could consider this is, let me get rid of these. This is the first low. Maybe this is the second low. And then now we need to make one more low down here, right? Maybe down to, like I said, 28,000 to 30,000, somewhere in that range. That's what I'm kind of looking for here. One more low, and then we kind of bounce up and we start making our run up into July, into August, right? I still think this is going to take a lot longer than a lot of people think. Though I think a lot of people are actually geared up for a lot of sideways action here. So, who knows? Who knows? But we'll continue to watch this accumulation schematic. I do think one more low is needed. That's also going to support my daily chart here, right? On the daily chart, I do believe we're just in one big falling wedge, which is typically a bullish pattern, right? So if this was to, you guys see we just hit the top of the falling wedge there. If this was to play out, right, and we were to come back down here slowly over time, that's going to put us somewhere, right, on a close basis, somewhere around like 32,000. Now, I think we're going to end up wicking down here, just like we have a couple times, right? Wick, wick, wick. I think we end up wicking down here one more time here, you know, before, you know, kind of moseying our way back up and eventually breaking this to the upside. Like I said, probably sometime in July or August, we kind of maybe continue our rise up here. But we'll wait to see what happens. You guys can see we are getting rejected by our 20-day moving average, which is typically a pretty good indicator on whether you're bullish or bearish in the immediate short term. You can see we just got rejected on this a couple times here. It's now you're kind of resistance on the big falling wedge. So we'll see what happens here. I do expect a little more downside as always. Like even on stream when you see me like saying, "Oh, we're going to the moon. Oh, we're going to the moon." I'm talking about immediate short term, but expect some downside. But the only thing, like I always say, guys and gals, the only thing that makes me think that we might not get downside is because I think everyone wants downside. Everyone wants cheap Bitcoin, cheap altcoins again. So usually when everyone wants those things, the whales aren't going to give it to us. So that's the issue here. When everyone's bearish, like every time I don't watch that many crypto YouTube videos, I tend to only stick to like one or two people. But every time I watch these videos, I'm seeing the same sentiment, right? I'm seeing the same thing. Everyone's expecting down or sideways. No one's really expecting an immediate recovery here. And usually the herd's wrong, okay? We know usually the herd is wrong. We've seen it multiple times already in this market, right? In this bull market. So we'll wait to see what happens. That's my only pause of caution. It's not that big of a pause of caution right now. But we'll see. We'll see. Take that with a grain of salt. That's just pure sentiment based right there. All right. The weekly chart, not much. It's only so much you can really look at the weekly chart. Still bearish as long as we're under that 21-week exponential moving average. Weekly RSI continues to go sideways here. I would like to see, same thing on this. I would like to see one more downside action, right? Bottom out on that RSI, where we've seen multiple times has been our kind of reversal point in the past, right? If we can get one more dip, one more good-sized dip, get down here, bounce off here, and then continue up, that would be bullish AF. That would mean we have so much more room to run. You can see the last couple times we bottomed out here, big run, right? Here, big run. Here, big run. And if we can get back down there a little bit more, maybe we can go on that next big run over the course of the next couple months. But we'll find out. We'll find out. I would like it, and that's another reason why I don't think we'll get exactly what we want, is because how bullish that would actually be for the RSI to get that low. Bitcoin doesn't like to have the RSI that low on the weekly for too long. So, but yeah, as soon as we do get down there, guys, it's gonna be going back up. Bitcoin dominance. You guys saw in the title, altcoins are fighting back today. Yes, we've seen one red candle on the Bitcoin dominance, which means altcoins are outpacing Bitcoin here, which is very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So I do probably think this is going to be short-lived. I think we got to continue up here over time. I forgot to shout out the sponsor of the day. But yeah, I mean, I expect us to go back up to 50% over time here. I think this is going to be very short-lived for Bitcoin dominance, right? We know we broke up from the wedge. I'm expecting 47 to 50, and we only got as high as about 45. So expect that to go up over time. Not much different there either. Total market cap, still just consolidating here. You guys know I'm looking at the total market cap a little bit more, especially on my longer term videos. If you guys haven't checked out the weekly video letter on the Patreon, go check out the Patreon, links down in the description. About a 40-minute video that I made based on my long-term outlooks on not only Bitcoin, but Ethereum, Chainlink, Cardano, total market cap, all that fun stuff. So links down in the description for the Patreon if you want to check it out. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm expecting this to, like I said, the next couple months, we oscillate in here. Everyone gets bored, and then we rip. Now, if we break this support, that would be very bearish, especially on the crypto total market cap. I would expect to move that down to like 1.28 trillion, which could mean about a 15% or so move on the total market cap here going forward. But we'll wait to see what happens with this too. Obviously, this is something we look at every day, and the sentiment on this is going to change over time. So Ethereum, nice bounce today, kind of leading that altcoin rally, I guess you would call it. I guess it's not really a rally. I mean, it's up about 7% or so in the last couple 4-hour candles, but that's good to see. You can see you're getting rejected right now off that 4-hour 20 EMA. You actually wicked up to it perfectly there and get a little rejection. So you got to get back over that. That's very, very key at the moment, but I'm having a hard time getting back over that. So if you can get back over that, probably expect to move up to like 2,600 or so over the course of the next couple days here. But we'll wait to see what happens with that too. That tends to be the saying of today. We'll wait to see what happens, right? What's up, Neil, man? Hope you're doing good. We got Agder, Ashraf, Kashif, Sam, Adrian. Kashif saying Doge will rise. Hey, I hope for your sake Doge rises, man. Hope for your sake, dude. All right, let's check out Cardano. Cardano doing the same thing as Ethereum. Literally the same chart. You can't make it up. But yeah, I mean, Cardano hasn't quite reached that 4-hour EMA, but you did have nice bullish divergence here in the 4-hour time frame. Lower lows on the price action, higher lows on the RSI did catapult you up here. So very, very nice. We'll see if this does continue. Like I said, a lot of it depends on what BTC does here in the short term, which BTC looking like kind of iffy right now. Kind of iffy. We're on kind of a downtrend here in the hourly, but yeah, Cardano, same thing. Wait to see what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin continues this run up, we shall continue this run up. Looks like it's making a new trend line coming down here that it just can't break. And Cardano looks like actually if you take these, you might actually be forming some type of just falling channel here. So we'll watch this closely, see if this ends up continuing to play out here for Mr. Cardano. All right. Shout out to Neil. Neil is Cardano's husband. He takes very good care of her, as seen here. So we'll see if he continues to take good care of her. Okay. What's up, Irina, Khalil, Yash, Edgar, Keith? What's up, everyone? Not seeing the Bear Cup? Not this morning. Not this morning. They have a movie animated series with Enemy Rider. What's up, Jake, man? All right. So look at some of the biggest gainers. Not a lot to go over here, which is good. I should say which is good, but not a lot of time to look at this. Waves is up 3% today. Not really sure why. Not really sure why Waves. I mean, maybe because I had a big dump, and it's just kind of a dead cat bounce here. But Waves doing decent. Curve up 1. And then it's the stable coins that are up again. You don't like when the stable coins are up. That means more money's flowing into stable coins and out of crypto. So that's really it on the stable coins there. And then let's look at biggest losers today. We got Chili's down. Chili's was one of those coins that was doing really well the last couple of days, so not surprising that Chili's pulling back. Engine down 13, Phantom down 13, Amp down 13. Internet Computer continuing to get wrecked here, all the way down to 57 bucks. Crazy. Look at Shiba, number 45 on Shiba, baby. We are continuing our run to get Shiba down to number 50. ZIL 11, Bakery Token 11. Not much. Everything is going to be pretty much down here, guys. I mean, the total market cap's down about 4% today. So we'll look at that. I did want to touch on the winner of the Crypto Madness tournament is Ben Thornley. Ben, hit me up on Twitter so I can get that prize to you. But yeah, Ben, awesome job, man. Ben with 19 points. He had actually no one, I don't think, picked the winner here. Not one person picked the winning coin, which is interesting. We have Daniel, Neal, Renix, and Urena, who end up coming in tied for second there. So very interesting. No one picked the winning coin, which was ended up being Litecoin, right? That's crazy, man. But shout out to Ben. I'm gonna exit out of this. Hit me up on Twitter, man. I heard the floor is 2K for ETH. The floor is 2K for ETH. To me, the floor, and it's a very, very low floor. The absolute floor, like I said, this is the equivalent of Bitcoin hitting, basically the equivalent of Bitcoin hitting 20K. If Bitcoin hits 20K, you're probably going to see ETH come back down to about 1,400 or so, right? It's previous all-time high. We know these coins don't like to break down below their previous all-time highs. So that is kind of the big line in the sand for Ethereum if it did drop back down. A lot of support there. A lot of support. But as we know, as is tradition, when Jordan goes live, we go sideways. I'm the ultimate support and resistance. I'm like both. I just keep the price like right here. Floor is sticky. The floor is very sticky. GG Allen says 800 is the floor. That's kind of a random number. Does it have any significance here? You're saying right here? That's kind of crazy. I don't know where the 200-week moving average is. I don't even know if the Ethereum should have a 200-week moving average, but as we know, we look at the 200-week moving average for Bitcoin as kind of the ultimate floor. That's like the floor that we look at for Bitcoin to see like where the bottom of the bear market's going to be. The floor is sticky. Just got blocked from Twitter for calling Gary Lineker interesting. Doge tattoos 2022 to the moon. I'm not getting a Doge tattoo, man. I'm not. Bitcoin will hit over 65K by the end of this year. Okay? Bitcoin will hit over 65K by the end of this year. If it doesn't, Dogecoin tattoo on my thigh, no shame about it. Okay? Seriously. Alex said, yeah, Bitcoin dumped right after you got off last night. Yep, tends to be the case. We were looking pretty good. I got off. Boom. To the downside. So I'm good and bad. Like, you know, at least when you're watching my stream, Bitcoin's going to go sideways. At least you know it's not going to dump. It's also probably not going to pump either. So, Jack, what's up, man? Do you ever think, well, ETH see under 1,500 even during the bear market? I don't see it. I don't see it. The problem is, say if we were in a bear market for Bitcoin right now. Let's do a hypothetical. If Bitcoin was in a bear market, we know when Bitcoin's in a bear market, it usually goes down to its 200-week moving average. We've looked at it constantly. I can bring it up again here. Let me bring up the moving average here. So when Bitcoin goes down to its 200-week moving average during the bear market each time, right? We saw it back here in 2015. We saw it in 2019. We saw it during the 2020 crash. So if Bitcoin was to be in a quote-unquote bear market, a true bear market, look for 13K to be that bottom at the 200-week moving average. Now, if Bitcoin was to drop, we're just doing hypotheticals here. This is not legit. If Bitcoin was to drop another 62%, you probably would expect Ethereum to drop a little bit more, right? So let's say Ethereum, hypothetically, in that sense, dropped 80%, which is pretty normal, I feel like, right? Ethereum dropped 80% from its current level. That would put ETH at about about $500. Obviously, this is purely hypothetical. No data really going into this, but that would put ETH at like 500. If ETH is going down about 80%, call it about $500, because we know altcoins usually dump harder than Bitcoin. Dump harder than Bitcoin when we are going down, right? So just be expected for big volatility if Bitcoin's in a bear market. Now, I don't think Bitcoin's in a bear market, so that's not my hypothesis. That's just worst case scenario that it was to happen. Yep. I find it odd that the media keeps printing Doge hype combined with Bitcoin FUD. Yeah, man. I mean, Edgar said, as much as I find it, they say hate it, we bear for till next year. No way I was getting teched again like in 2017. Yeah, we'll wait and see, man. We'll wait and see. I'm not fully convinced we're in a full-on bear market. I think we're in a little short-term bear market, right? I think it's safe to say at this point, probably a little short-term bear market. I think, in my opinion, I think 13K is like doomsday. That's only if like the US bans Bitcoin or something. I think the more likely, like the absolute worst case scenario is 20K, previous all-time high from 2017. But I think most likely we're just gonna range between this is my opinion, obviously. I think we range between about 42K and about probably 28K for the next few weeks to months, right? I think we just range kind of in this area here, build big support, right? Eventually, before we eventually move back up. Now, I don't know how long it's going to take. That's just kind of my hypothesis here. Kind of like, it's kind of very similar to what we did in 2013, right? Very similar. How, we halfway up, we continued up, we went sideways. Hold on, let me zoom in a little quick. We went up here, we topped out, we went sideways here for a couple months, right? And then we eventually moved back up. I think you're going to see something very similar to that. Very similar. Let me get rid of a bunch of these. Shout out to the electronic keyboard. Gento, so you can look at Luna. I can definitely look at Luna for you. And we had Charles said, why are ADA USD shorts skyrocketing? What's the news? I think it's just because Bitcoin looks slightly bearish. Right? Crypto Cash had so much for all the predicted summer run. Yeah, things can change. Things can change in the market, unfortunately. All right. Let's look at Luna for Gento here. Thanks for the super chat, Luna. Or Gento. Luna. How much do these YouTubers get for promoting Bybit? They make a lot. They make a lot of money promoting Bybit. I won't disclose. I mean, I put it in my description for a while. Trust me, if you shill it every day, they're making a lot of money off Bybit. Trust me, especially the big ones. There's a reason why they all live over there in freaking what's it called, dude? I can't think, dude. There's a reason why they all live over in that country that I just can't think of the name for some reason, even though I know what it is. You guys will know what it is. But all right, Luna. Let's see here. Luna. But yeah, I mean that's those guys. That's how they make a majority of their income, is through the Bybit link. Dubai, yeah, Dubai. There we go. Dubai. All right, so Luna. What do we got going on with Luna? Rising channel here. We broke to the downside. Pretty clear there. We're now getting rejected off our 4-hour EMA. And we came back down. We actually... All right, actually, this actually doesn't look as bad as you wanted to make it seem. If you look here, you've now actually made kind of a triple bot. Even a... Like, this is a huge support. Look how big this support is. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. That's huge support right there. And you can see you actually got a good amount of buy pressure coming in. Now, as far as a bigger pattern, there's not really much going on. You're pretty much, if you just zoom out, you're pretty much just oscillating sideways on this guy between about 767 and 515. So... Yeah, basically what I was saying about the Bybit stuff is like, dude, they make more money. Trust me, they make more money off Bybit than they actually do off their crypto. And what I have to say is, if they were such good traders, they wouldn't have to shill Bybit links every video 10 times, right? And I'll leave it at that. It's like the financial, it's like the make money online gurus, right? If they all made so much money making money online, why do they have a YouTube channel, right? I mean, like, I understand where they're coming from. If you enjoy it, like I like sitting here looking at the charts. That's what I did before I even started streaming. I would sit here and look at the charts for hours, right? So I said, hey, why don't I live stream do it? I can hang out with some people and do it at the same time, dude. Like I said, it's very, very similar to the make money online people, but I'll leave it at that. Park Holmes said, bro, I'm a fan from India. Can you tell us the future scope of ADA? Yeah, I like ADA long term, man. I like it. Just make sure you're obviously thinking long term. Short term, just be prepared for the worst, man. I mean, you gotta look at this from a long term perspective, because you never know what can happen, right? You can be at 65K. Everyone up here, everyone was in agreement that wasn't. I mean, there was some people. There was a very small minority of people that was predicting that as the top. There wasn't a lot. Most people predicting 100K, 200K. 300K, right? But I think that'll eventually come. You just got to be patient. No one was expecting this big dump here. So another dump could be on the horizon. We could go sideways here, dump a little bit more, and then continue up. Just have overall patience, right? Rich Buddy said, funny how crypto face has disappeared in the bear market too. Yeah, I mean, It is what it is, man. Yeah, Alex Becker. Alex Becker's fine. Alex Becker's fine. But good question, Jack. Good question. Bitcoin pump and dump. The pump and dump. When's the brown dildo coming? Who knows? We're kind of in no man's land right now. We're in a no man's land. Like I said, possibility of a couple inverse head and shoulders possibly forming here. Possible bull flag. We already broke down from a couple pretty big symmetrical triangles, so that's bearish there. A lot of uncertainty. A lot of uncertainty. It's obviously it's the weekend, so expect anything. Expect a pump. Expect a dump. Expect sideways. But the technicals aren't really showing us much. Just like during this whole kind of accumulation here, the technicals aren't really showing us much. And what happens at the end of the day when the technicals don't show us much? I mean, we end up just going sideways for the most part here. Yeah, there's a lot of up and down, but it's all just noise. It's all just noise until we break out of this general range. The range of about 42,000 all the way down to 30,000. We're just in big one range here. One big range. Alfredo Pitcher said, I think we have another 3 months to buy more this low before we go back up. 3 months? Holy crap, man. That sounds ridiculous. George drinks White Claw. When he does, he turns into the drunken master of crypto crunk. I love George. I'm not a big fan of White Claws. I don't understand the hype over them. I'd rather just a typical beer myself. But White Claws they're okay. Not going to be my first choice. I know that a lot of the chicas like White Claws. But I hope you guys are having a good morning, man. Nice relaxing morning today. You can't beat a nice relaxing Saturday morning. Hope you guys aren't at work. I hope you guys are just relaxing at home and watching here. Bitcoin dominance, said Matt. Yeah, we looked at it earlier, man. I mean, Bitcoin has been outpacing the alts the last couple of days, but today, so far, obviously we have a long way to go. It's only 11 o'clock, at least where I am. We have 8 hours until the close here, but as of right now, it looks like the alts are starting to play a little bit of a catch-up here, so not a bad day if you like altcoins, right? Low on calories, White Claw. Yeah, it's probably why a lot of people like it. Probably why a lot of people like White Claws. It's probably why a lot of girls like White Claws, honestly. But if I'm going to drink, I'm not worried about calories, man. Like, I worry about calories every day. If I'm going to go out and drink, and I'm going to get the heaviest beer there is. I'm going to get a damn margarita that has 40 grams of sugar. You know what I mean? That's the way I think. But Patrick said I can go for some steak tips dinner today. Yeah, steak tips would be pretty good. Steaks are pretty good. I mean, fortunately, Bitcoin's in a little bit of a downtrend here, so I can't afford steak because Bitcoin's in a downtrend. Raycap said, what do you make of alts outperforming BTC by a good bit last 12 hours? Is it just temporary or alts done with dumping? I think it's just temporary. There's still too much uncertainty in the market for altcoins to outpace BTC. When there's uncertainty, BTC leads. When there's certainty, the alts lead. Right now, there's just too much uncertainty. Until we get some sustained. I think you'll see Bitcoin outpace alts until we break the crucial swing point, which is about 42,500 to about 43,000. If we can get back over that general range there, I think we'll be looking better as far as altcoins go. They like it because they get white girl wasted. meat pumpkin donut. When do you think it will be alt season? As soon as Bitcoin starts making more momentum, man. Like I said, if Bitcoin can get back above 43,000 on a daily close, I think you'll see the altcoins start performing better than Bitcoin again. But until then, Bitcoin's going to kind of do its thing, because Bitcoin is the engine that makes it run. If Bitcoin looks a little dumpy, the altcoins are going to look a little dumpy. I'll be able to forward stakes when my short closes. Interesting. Interesting. Jackson said, I don't like how every stream just talks about how low BTC and ETH can go. It doesn't look good right now. Yeah, man. I mean, I try to be honest, dude. I mean, the charts are what the charts. I mean, short term, the charts don't look good. I mean, if you want me to give you hopium, right? You look at the weekly chart. This is the daily. You look at the weekly chart. We know long term where this is going. This is all just noise. Bitcoin has its waves. Loves its waves, like a little surfer from San Diego, right? Loves its waves. But we know, in general, it has an uptrend. So the waves will probably continue. Waves, waves, waves. But we'll get where that endpoint is. It's just, there's a lot of noise in between. So generally, if I'm not on stream, I always look at long-term charts. For all the Patreon members that watch the video letter that I made on Thursday, which I'll be doing every week, I look at long-term charts for an hour every day off stream. I don't love looking at short-term stuff. I do it on stream because it's a little more entertaining here to look at this rather than just looking at the weekly chart like this. You know, it's kind of like watching paint dry, like I've said before. So that's why I look at the short-term charts on stream. But long-term charts, weekly, monthly, those are the charts you really want to be looking at, right? Because those are the ones that really matter if you're holding long term. Now, if you're a trader, if you're holding short term, you're a swing trader, then obviously the short term charts matter. But the all time chart. Hopium equals case of Bud Light. And if you guys want, I can just be you guys want me to just turn into a Hopium stream where I just talk about everything bullish? I just talk about every stream. I just talk about something bullish. Because I could do that, but there's plenty of channels out there that do it. Like, if you want some Hopium, I recommend watching George. Now, he doesn't look at the charts. He just talks about a lot of fundamentals and things like that, which is nothing wrong with. But if you guys want to watch a stream that is just pure Hopium, there's other people out there. I try to be realistic, but I can do that. I can do that. Weekly chart on Link, $100. Yeah, I think $100 Link is coming, man. I think $100 Link is coming. No Hopium? No thanks. Yeah, see, most people don't want just pure Hopium. There's, like I said, there's other channels out there that do that. So people hear what they want to hear. Exactly. Pybit by the minute says yes. I am George. What's up, George? Shout out to George. But yeah, I mean, anyone who watches the stream every day knows I'm long-term bullish. I can only just say so much. Like, I can only say so much before it gets repetitive. Like, just look at the weekly chart. We know where this is going. You know, like, there's only so much you can say about that. And I'll leave it at that. But Raycap said George is funny because he keeps it real in the most positive way. He does. He's super positive. He's awesome. Like I said, if you ever need hopium, George is the guy to go to. He's really the only channel I recommend watching right now. I mean, I like Ben Cowan too. A lot of his long-term stuff I do use myself. He's really good at looking at more data-driven stuff. I like Ben too. Those are the only two people I watch. Everyone else, dude, it's you know why? I only watch those two. It's because they don't really. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's hard to if you guys watch those two channels, you would kind of understand where I'm coming from or why those are only two channels I watch. But Jordan, don't go changing to try and please me. Don't change the color of your hair. I won't do it. The only thing I'll do to my hair, man, is go Johnny Bravo. I can't do it right now because my hair doesn't have gel in it right now. But whoa. Look at that. That's crazy. But yeah, the only thing I'll go Johnny Bravo hair every now and then. But I won't be changing the color of my hair, man. I'm not going I'm not gonna what's it called? Dye my hair or anything. You like crypto banter? Crypto banter's not bad. I mean, he doesn't. I think his guests probably do more for his show than he does personally. But that's a different topic there. But watch the ones that don't overhype or shill Bybit all day with multi streams. It's a good way to look at it there. All right, BTC. Can you do something, man? Can you do something? I'll take a dump or a pump at this point, man. Guys, how do we... All right, let's think of how a group. How can we make Bitcoin have some price action during stream? Do we have any... Farhan, are you in here? Swiggy? Can you guys... I don't care if you even short the market right now. Can you just move it so we have something... we have something to talk about? All right. Bitcoin dominance. We had Edgar said, dig in the stream, bro. Can we look at Hex, USD, and BTC pair? Yeah, I can definitely look at Hex for you, Edgar. And John said, can you check out the 1 second chart for SHIB? John, I'm going to have to go with on that one, man. We don't look at SHIB on this channel. The only thing we look at SHIB for is it moving down to number 50 on market cap, which I did call. We are getting SHIB to 50. And then we can go with our next goal. But yeah, let's look at Hex, USD, and BTC pair. Hex. 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 Do we have any other charts here? That's all we got. Okay, interesting. That's all we got. This is the only chart it gives me, man. I don't have too many options here. This is not the prettiest chart. Hex. Yeah, this is the only chart it gives me, and this is freaking ugly. Freaking ugly. I don't even like looking at this. This can't be legit either. There's no way it's at all-time highs. Hold up. Wow, it is. Okay. Very, very interesting. Hex apparently is at all-time highs. Not really sure what's going on with this one, but for this one, dude, I mean, it was really, once you broke about 6.5 cents, you really started to move. If you look at this, I mean, it doesn't give me the full data here, but nothing played. Damn, nothing played. Anyways, 1.618 fib. All the way up here at 9.2. That's probably where you're going to end up going here. I don't know why this is pumping necessarily. I haven't really looked into it at all, but that's probably where you're going here. You don't have any resistance until that 1.618 Fibonacci. So, looks pretty good, man. Looks pretty good. Hex USD, I'm sure it's killing it. compared to USD, or compared to BTC. Doesn't have BTC pair on here, so I can't look at it. But it's obviously, if the price action is going up right now, it's outpacing Bitcoin. So doesn't look too bad, man. No problem, dude. You guys tell me you can't hear nope?
Nope, nope, nope.
Damn. That's slightly disappointing. My nope is a nope, said Morningwood. Why would someone ask to make a SHIB on the 1 minute chart? Brian said it is what it is. Yeah, Brian, I agree with you a little bit there, but at least what he talks about is not something that's going to hurt people. I don't know. We won't go too far there. Raycap said, do we shove all in on our strong coins when Shibboleth hits 51, number 51? I think the lower it gets, I think the more confident we have to get. You're right. And now if you start seeing it pumping, yeah, no problem, Trapper man. If you start seeing it pumping again, then that's probably what we should. I'm taking, guys. I told you, if SHIB ever gets back into the top 20 on market cap, I'm taking out 50% of my portfolio. And the reason why I would do that is that I just know that the market is going to be too overextended when that happens. It was the top indicator that I ignored. If you guys watch the stream, that the whole time up here when SHIB and Doge and all the meme coins were going off, when Bitcoin was at its top up here, I was talking about how I probably should take some profits because the meme coins are going off and I think it's bad for the market. I didn't do it, but I will not make that mistake again. If I start seeing meme coins do 1,000% gains in a day and all this stuff again, your boy's taking half his portfolio out. And I'll let you know if I do that, guys. But right now we're doing good, right? We're pushing those down a little bit. Now, it could just be for a future pump. Hopefully not, but we'll see. That time note worked. Nice. There we go. That's a good indicator. Is that simple common sense that to get out? Yeah, exactly. It's a good top indicator that we can use now. Unfortunately, I didn't trust my gut before. I was too blinded by the gains, unfortunately. But I won't be blinded again. Definitely won't be blinded again. Is it too late to get into SHIB? It'll probably pump again at some point, but I'll use that as my exit stage left. But I'm sure at some point SHIB will pump again. When the market starts getting a little more bullish here. We'll see the meme coins pump again at some point. Rich Buddy said we're in a bull market since Bitcoin hit 31,000 now. Guess you a little short-term bull market on the hourly chart. You can call it that for sure, man. According to Wickoff event and phase, CTSI is about to make a major move. CTSI is about to make a major move on the Wickoff. Yeah, I mean, I like the setup on this thing. I like the setup. Look, I mean, you got downwards resistance. Made one low, two lows, three lows. Yeah, I mean, I like the setup. You also got bullish divergence here on the hourly chart. Or actually on the 4-hour, which is even better. You got bullish divergence on the 4-hour chart here. See? Higher lows on the RSI. And lower lows in price action. Now, if you can break that resistance, CTSI is about to make a major move here. But you just got to break the resistance, right? So, not too bad, man. Not too bad. The bids aren't really coming in right now. But it's a good setup. BTC 35,500. What would you say to someone with 100K to spend? Get into crypto or wait for another dip? If you have 100K to spend, dollar cost average, man, because no one knows where the bottom's going to be. So set buy orders, you know, where you think the bottom's going to be, and just roll with it long term, man. That's what I recommend. That's what I do. It's not financial advice or anything, but do what you want to do, dude. Just always trust your gut and stick with the gut. Only, like, the one thing I will say with people that want to invest a good amount of money right now is only invest right now if you're okay with it going lower. Never invest with the mindset that you're hitting the exact bottom, because you'll never hit the exact bottom. Never. So if you're investing right now, just be prepared for it to go down to 20K, 28K. Even psychologically, right? Think about it in your head. Think about, if I invested right now, would I hold BTC? Would I hold it if Bitcoin dumped down to 20K, right? Would I hold my altcoins if Bitcoin dumped down to 20K? And if the answer is no, you probably shouldn't invest right now. And that's just my opinion. If you're going to panic sell when it goes down, there's no point. There's no point in investing. So, yeah. But it is what it is. Take the 100K and buy a used Lambo? I guess. Bear versus bull. Yeah, dude, the bear versus bull battle right now is insane. I don't think people understand what's going on behind the scenes, but the battle for the bear versus the bulls is crazy. Crazy. I mean, if you look at this from the daily perspective, I'll get rid of all this. If we actually look at this from a 4-hour, let's look at it from the 4-hour perspective. Like I've been talking about constantly, everyone thinks Bitcoin's too expensive up here, right? I'm actually gonna just make this. I'm gonna keep this up here because this is pretty accurate. Everyone thinks Bitcoin's too expensive up here. Oh, Bitcoin's too expensive, and they sell. And everyone thinks Bitcoin is too cheap, which it looks like on this. Everyone thinks Bitcoin's too cheap down here. So it's a true battle versus the bulls and the bears to see which one of these levels breaks first. And you look, I mean, we've mostly been going sideways here. You're making higher lows. You're also making lower highs. So it's very, very interesting. It's a battle right now. Which one will win? We'll find out on the next episode of Crypto Z. Shout out to Dragon Ball Z. Gary BCH. Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash. Let's see. Bitcoin Cash. It's looking like a lot of the altcoins. It's looking pretty bearish, obviously. A lot of the altcoins are looking bearish, though. So, I mean, let's see. Did you have... Yeah, you had slight bullish divergence there on Bitcoin Cash, too. So, you're going to see this from a lot of altcoins. But lower lows on price action, higher lows on the RSI. Pushing it up to the upside. If you get back above the 4-hour EMA, you're good to go there. But you're just not getting that. You're not getting that buy pressure coming in. And if Bitcoin starts coming back up here, you'll probably get some of that buy pressure coming in for these alts. But until you do, you're kind of stuck. Oh, man. I'm a noob, but I can watch the battle live on the order book. Pretty much, man. Jordan, can you please hurry up and make Bitcoin go to 20K so I can go in all in already? Yeah, I mean, all it takes, guys, I guarantee you here. All right, who thinks this is gonna happen, right? If I get off stream, who thinks we're gonna dump or pump exactly right when I get off stream? I bet it's gonna happen. What I think is gonna happen here is we're gonna get a dump. We're gonna get a dump back down to the support here, right? And get some support on it. I don't know how high we'll end up bouncing, but I think we'll get some support in that. That's what I think. This is what I think the price action is going to look like until I go live again later. I think we'll get a little bit of a dump here. We'll come back up, and we'll probably be somewhere in this general range when I go live. And then we'll end up going sideways for a little longer, and then and then you guys know how it works. But that's what I expect to happen. Dump. All right. I am probably going to call it a stream, guys. I'm going to go enjoy my Saturday here. I'll be live tonight between 7 and 10, so make sure you guys are checking that stream out. If you guys haven't followed me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter in case there's some shenanigans that come out. This is how you guys can stay updated in case there's some shenanigans. But I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing those shenanigans come back up here. Go follow me on here in case you guys can't find me and you want to stay updated. All right, so links down in the description for that. If you guys haven't joined the Patreon, go join the Patreon. Gotta come up with a really long weekly newsletter. This week it was about 40 minutes long. I expect it to be longer and more detailed going forward as I get more feedback on what to add to the Patreon video. So go check that out. Links in the description as well. And I will catch you guys in tonight's stream. All right, enjoy your guys' day. Make sure you guys get outside, get some vitamin D, drink a lot of water because it tends to be hot at this time of the year. I hope you guys enjoy your day, and don't stare at the charts for too long. And don't panic sell your crypto, all right? Make sure you guys don't panic sell your crypto. That's a big
Nope.
All right, catch you guys later. Drink some more coffee. Peace.